I'm very good because man, what a movie! I cannot believe how good this movie is, and I'm so happy to be able to talk to you because Tabe is such a fascinating character. He is so warm and loving to his sister. I mean, any other movie, this character would be a total jackass, total asshole. But with Tabe, he is so warm and willing to give his sister so many chances at getting her stuff at this sort of rite of passage for her. And it's amazing. And I'm curious for you as a performer, in what way were you able to connect to the character personally? I guess on a personal level.
You know, that's something I'm so glad that translated for you because that's something that I really wanted to put into Tabe because, like you said, we've seen jealous older brother a
Yeah.
thousand times before, but I wanted to really portray Tabe as, for young boys that you can be. I wanted people to see that you can be strong, you can be kind, you can be a warrior, or you can be strong, you can be a warrior, but you can also be kind,
Mhm.
and you can care for the people that you love. And I'm so glad that translated for you. It was certainly in the back of my mind.
Your character has so many amazing action sequences. I mean, obviously, it's that big predator fight near the end. How do you prep for this? I mean, how do you prep against fighting a predator that Arnold Schwarzenegger fought and all these action stars fought? Like, what was that like?
So we did that 4 week boot camp in preparation, myself, Amber,
Mhm.
and the boys. Lots of exercise, moving with the bow, the lances, and also for me, lots of horse riding. They kind of want a more of a streamlined, thin utilitarian look, kind of realistic look for me.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of running in preparation for this because you've seen it's about speed and precision with Tabe, and so lots of running for me.
What was the hardest scene to film for you? Was that big fight or something else?
So the most difficult scene for me.
Yes.
So the fight was obviously physically difficult, but also it was kind of enjoyable for me to kind of vent out those frustrations that you get in life. Especially when you've been working on a project for 6 months.
Yeah.
Obviously everybody gets certain little frustrations, but when you can get out there and fight, that was something. There was a scene where me and Amber were in the fog and we're kind of leaned back. That was difficult because it was loud, it was smoky. You're
Okay.
flexing your arms, and so you can't hear very well, and you're getting a little lightheaded. So that was difficult for me.
How much of that set was CGI? Because it absolutely looks stunning.
Oh, the all the smoke was real.
Oh,
Yeah, they built like an entire
wow.
burnt glade, and so they just filled that place up with smoke, and it looks really cool when you're there in person.
I don't know if this would interest you, but watching you maybe come out of the movie thinking like, ah, this guy has to be a superhero one day. Because again, it's so physical. You have the charisma for it. Again, I don't know if that's something that would interest you, but I mean, putting aside the great financial opportunity of being able to play a superhero, is that something that you'd be down to play?
Oh, I certainly would be. I mean, I would be on cloud nine to do something like that. I always thought it would be great to do a superhero like a Jedi or like, some
Oh
kind of
yeah.
Star Wars bounty hunter or some kind of
Oh,
something. But
that
I would
would
be all over that.
that sounds incredible. I'm curious. Like, I was thinking of like fun questions to ask. Like, who do you think would win, Tabe and Naru versus Dutch for the first movie, or could it be like a one-on-one kind of fight? Like, what's the best setup here to take down Dutch here?
Uh, you know, I don't want to throw no disrespect to Dutch because obviously Dutch is the man, but I think Tabe would hold his own. Because
Yeah.
Dutch has obviously got the muscles, but Tabe's quick and he's fast and he's precise.
Were you a huge fan of that first movie coming into this?
I love the first one. Yeah, I obviously like there's so many iconic lines, but I love the mystery. What is this in the forest that's stalking
Yeah.
us? Billy has some great lines in that movie. I dug the first one for sure, and the rest of it too. But
I mean, obviously, you get to say the most iconic line in the in the entire franchise. Like how do you approach something like this where you have such a big reverence for the property? Obviously, Predator is such a big iconic pop culture. It has a big imprint. How do you approach this as an actor? Like, you get intimidated getting into this?
it was easy to get kind of spooked about it,
Mhm.
especially being my first project. But I just like I wanted to carry, it's so different. I felt like I could comfortably be myself, but I wanted to, those men in that first movie, they have these such strong voices and presences. I kind of wanted to carry that into Tabe a little bit, kind of that strong voice, that strong, masculine air about him. But it's different enough to where I felt like I could put myself in there also, and not worry so much about people's, take on it.
It's great because the voice you have, like you said, it's kind of deep, but then again, there's so much warmth to it. It's not just like some macho guy ready to kick ass, and you bring such great performance to it. I guess for my last question, I am curious: is the Predator as scary as it is in real life?
It's pretty wild. You see it walking. The first time I saw it, he just put the costume on, and we were
Mhm.
still shooting the scenes without him. But he come walking through the trees, and it looked like, it looks like Sasquatch walking through the trees at a
Wow.
distance. And so you're like, holy crap! What if nobody had told me? I probably would have, you know, reached for my blade. But it
Was it
was
the
it
full
was
costume?
pretty.
It was the full costume, or like some of it was CGI?
It was a full costume, and
Wow.
so they kind of did this combination of things on this show. So they have the full costume that ADI made that looks amazing, and then they just add little things via CGI just to make it look even more realistic.